NewsBiscuit. Real fake news.
Welcome to NewsBiscuit, the UK's original fake news. NewsBiscuit. We are the joke in the cracker that doesn't just make you groan, it ends your marriage. I'm your host, Wrenfoe, and I'm joined by three wise men huddling together now that their winter fuel allowance has been cut. Dan Sweryt.
Hello.
Paul L.
Hello.
And FlashArry.
Hello.
This month sees Peter Mandelson become the first UK ambassador to ask for diplomatic immunity before he's even started the job. Chris Packham quits the RSPCA just in time to have a sneaky pork pie for Christmas. And Prince Andrew greets Prince Assad as royal most likely to defect to China. And that brings us to our first round news in brief, where our panelists select their favourite headlines. FlashArry, we'll start with you.
Illegal channel crossings stopped immediately by legalising them.
Part of the problem is that we have so many illegal crossings is we've made it so difficult for people to cross. So the only method of doing it is illegally. If you made more sort of legal routes, then the numbers would go down. It's almost like a self-defeating thing that we've created there.
We could do that with murder as well. Drop the murder rates by legalising it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Or at least have, I mean, what was the French? Is the French equivalent crimes of passion, where you just look at the person, kind of, actually, they probably deserve to get killed.
It's a bad photo, is my defence.
If they actually put the migrants on one of the cross-channel ferries for a couple of hours to move them into, say, somewhere like Portsmouth, that would probably put them off.
That would be in breach of all sorts of human rights there, surely, FlashArry. Can you imagine the trauma of being trafficked, then you end up in Portsmouth? That's horrible.
Government handling of sewage leaks, an utter shit show.
Yeah, we're still doing that, aren't we? We're still polluting everywhere. Yeah,
And getting charged more for the...
Yeah, for the privilege.
Like...
This is one of many pledges and promises that Starmer did before coming in that he would sort this stuff out, and blatantly, no. I mean, law of big numbers says he's got to keep one promise eventually, isn't it? Surely it's just there's not a just by accident he'll deliver on something. You go, damn.
Lunatic promises. You know,
What lunatic promises like food and shelter? FlashArry, how low is the bar of expectation in Portsmouth that you guys don't?
I think it's called a gutter.
Right, okay. Oh, gutter? Yeah, luxury. When I were young.
It's and a fancy southern gutter at that.
Yes.
Trump only invited to Notre Dame opening to play Quasimodo. Wallace led me on all fours, says Gromit.
Ooh. This is reference obviously to it's Greg Wallace, isn't it? The
unless there's something really bad going on at Ardman.
Yeah, well, I didn't see the Christmas special. Maybe it was just Greg Wallace, S&M, with a confused looking dog. There's a reason that penguin has to wear the rubber glove on its head. It's for sanitary purposes, where it gets stuffed. Yes.
I'm going in.
That's not his head.
So Greg Wallace, he's been caught up in all sorts of sex scandals and abuse-related it's hard to tell because he's just being basically your average BBC celebrity, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is. We're seeing inside the factory, aren't we, of the BBC celebrities?
Yes, seeing how the sausages are made on so many levels. But it doesn't help. I always think it doesn't help when someone's accused of this stuff. And I'm not saying he's even vaguely innocent, but it doesn't help when he's not particularly liked beforehand.
I know.
I think quite a lot of people didn't like Greg Wallace first. And then this makes it so much easier to hate him.
Well, everyone else is just jumping on the bandwagon.
I
hated Greg Wallace before the allegations.
Yeah.
I mean, not these new hipsters jumping.
Whereas, if you put, I don't know, who these people get described as national treasures now and again, like Dame Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench.
Yeah, Dame Judi Dench. If you've heard that she was doing something, dodgy, you'd go, oh no, not Dame Judi.
I don't know.
Are we going to spread it? Are we spreading a rumor here now? Actually, saying that, I think NewsBiscuit wrote an article a few years back, suggesting that Dame Judi Dench was involved in something very illicit and sexual, and we got retweeted by Sir Ian McKellen, which I thought was hilarious. I mean, he obviously knew it was a joke, but he definitely thought, yeah.
No one's looking at me.
I'm putting this. I'm putting this out there now. So yeah, it went quite viral thanks to him. That was really funny. I always worry about some of the stuff when it goes viral because it doesn't happen that often. When it does, oh ha ha, we wrote a funny little joke. But usually our stuff's a little bit close, a bit near the knuckle in terms of possibly getting sued. And the moment it reaches a certain scale, I'm like, oh fuck, when was this someone actually pays attention now? And
Mike Tyson having sex change that we managed to float out and got rebroadcast by a couple of African newspapers. But
I think we got a cease and desist thing through the post on that one. We definitely got contacted because we have got a few very high profile lawyers that follow our accounts, and it's not for the comedy. They are nobody follows us for the comedy, but they are genuinely waiting for us to sort of trip up. But it needs, like I say, it needs to get so big that they think that we're making money out of it. Then it's worth their while to kind of sue us or shut us down. So
otherwise, them making a fuss makes it go more viral than it ever would. Is it
the Streisand effect?
Yeah, Barbara Streisand effect. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you chat about a thing and it expands. Yeah. So basically, NewsBiscuit, we're trying not to be, popular. That's. I'm explaining it now. There's a very clever double.
Doesn't it say that on the website? Under the heading, trying not to be popular since.
Yes. Yeah. It just says move along. It says just move along. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. We've reached our maximum views for this evening. Evening.
Too much laughter may sink us. Right. Okay. Thank you very much for those FlashArry. Paul, what have you got?
I've got a Robbie Williams biopic depicting him as a chimp. Is rated PG.
There you go.
Have anyone
seen it?
No.
Robbie's watched it.
I've seen it. I've seen the trailer. I mean, it looks mad.
Yes, I can't understand.
Yes, it's like taking any kind of any regular normal movie, and just take one of the characters out of it, and then replace it with a chimp. And then assume that the movie just carries on as normal. And I'm like, I'm not sure Hamlet can be played like this.
Yeah, I feel like I've missed a good 10 films from Planet of the Apes, and now we're on this one, where it's just a normal man as an ape.
I to get that far. Yes,
it's just I just don't know. I thought, what's Robbie Williams been up to? I haven't really paid much attention, and suddenly he's got a movie where he's played as a chimp. I'm just like,
I know. What? I mean, for whom is this pitched as a movie? Because you're absolutely right. Most people don't know who Robbie Williams is anymore. And you definitely don't know who Robbie Williams the chimp is. I mean, you just...
But at the end of the title, at the end of the credits, it says executive producer Gary Barlow. And that just explains everything.
They say producers aren't taking much chances on film nowadays, but surely this is a massive...
This is rolling the dice.
It's got to be. It's bad.
I just don't know who managed to pitch it in a producers meeting. You just go, Ron Williams as a chimp. Are you just throwing it out there? You're having a laugh.
That was it. Yeah, all the ideas on my list have been rejected. This is the idea I had on the bus.
Yeah, we're gonna do. We could do Dr. Zhivago. We could do Lawrence Arabia. Robin Williams as a chimp. That's the one. What? Yeah, we'll do that one. No, I was just joking. No. We're definitely doing that one. And you are going to produce it. Fuck.
What's the budget? Millions. Go for it. Top-notch CGI.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Is that what it was? There was so much budget left over after they'd told the story. What else can we do?
Yeah, maybe it's
just change him into make him into a chimp. Oh, that'll take another 2 years.
Sorry, I just pressed the wrong button in the editing suite. I've chimped him. He's a chimp now.
Oh, it's like Snapchat, where they've just replaced him with a chimp by mistake for the whole film.
I forgot to take that filter off. Yeah, very weird. Sorry. So, could someone watch it, please? So I don't have to.
Protesters say Imran Khan's imprisonment, just not cricket. Bit of a deep dive, that one for people, but there you go. Bit of international news, but not.
I think you make a very good point there. It's one of those things that we're aware that Imran Khan keeps getting sort of imprisoned and then he's out and then he's a prime minister and then he's in prison again sort of thing. But actually, most British people, we're a little bit sketchy as to what it all means. We're kind of waiting for the CIA or the FBI to spit it to us as to whether he's a goodie or a baddie. And
Was
then
that
we're like,
another-
nice and easy now.
Another cricket analogy.
Yeah.
Spin it to us. Very good.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
There you
there
go.
you go.
This is practically a British story with all the.
But I find it sort of it echoes kind of the Assad thing that, again, if you follow the news, 1 year Assad's our best mate, the next year he's an evil dictator, the year after that he's our best mate again, and it kind of very much relies on us having a very sort of short-term memory loss. But also we become very aware that it really does depend on how our media spins it, on how we sort of see these figures around the world.
We need to be told.
Yeah. Because wasn't Assad he was an eye doctor in London for years.
But his wife's British, isn't she?
Yeah, and Tony Blair was going to knight him. But other than that, we've forgotten all of that stuff. He's now an evil dictator type person.
What was he going to knight him for? Services to eye doctoring.
Chinese spy denies being a friend of Prince Andrew.
Yeah, there's one point of view that says, "Oh, Prince Andrew a bit unlucky again," blah blah blah. But I really do feel sorry for the Chinese spy because he was done up like a kipper, wasn't he? He's just like, just try and be mates with this guy, and he's going, "Are you sure there's nothing shady about him?" Oh no, and Prince Andrew, he's a top bloke. There's nothing in this that's going to backfire. If you're spying on him all the time and you're just sort of discreetly standing in the back of meetings and Prince Andrew's doing stuff and you're going, oh, this is going well. And then Prince Andrew then is on some sort of sex island. And then you're standing there in the back going, fuck. Why am I here? I don't want to be here. I don't want to be spying on this. Oh, God, what am I seeing? I can't unsee it. Oh, God. This compromised spy.
It was fine in Pizza Express.
Samaritans not happy with Christmas jumper day.
Oh, God.
End on a high.
That is terrible bad taste, that is. Oh, dear. You're going to Christmas hell for that one, Paul.
And the person who wrote it.
Okay.
I'll join them. I only chose it, which seems probably worse. But
it does seem worse. Yeah, I always had that thing sometimes on NewsBiscuit. Only happens occasionally. We get someone complain about something that we've written because it's considered to be bad taste, right? Whereas what they don't realise is all that stuff is bad taste. But I'll get a little note saying this is really bad taste, and then I do a sort of this weird defensive email that always seems to work. I kind of go, oh well, it's not the writer's fault as such. It's selected by an editor, and an editor would have looked at it, and that's it. Thank you very much. But in my head, I'm going, no, that is worse, actually. We've gone through a long process and still thought this was okay. Dan, what have you got?
Relation of Michelangelo does awful job of kitchen ceiling.
I wonder if anyone did look at the Sistine Chapel and just go, Magnolia would have been better.
Yeah. That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
What do you mean per hour?
Well, they brought the person in with their hands over their eyes. They took it away and they went, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit busy.
Yeah.
Ooh. No, it's nice. It's nice.
Government could be forced to withhold hand claps unless nurses get back to work, warns Barclay.
Hand claps. Remember when they were a viable currency?
And pots and pans.
I don't think we had many pots and pans, so we definitely didn't go out and bang.
We had pots and pans on the road, but it's very middle class. We do have pots and pans.
Skillets.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Dragging your Arga out onto the street.
That's it. Spacecraft attempts closest ever approach to Sun just to avoid visiting relatives.
Spaceship's gone closer to any other spaceship. It's going to learn more about the sun than ever before. But aren't you just going to learn the one basic thing we all know? It's really hot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But my wife's hands were still cold. That was... Man City charges to be dropped as they've suffered enough.
Yes, they're doing a sort of preemptive thing, aren't they? Of trying to drop the points themselves just by being bad.
It's like they sent themselves up to their room.
Elon Musk offers to buy Britain for Nigel Farage.
So, Nigel Farage, what first attracted you to billionaire Elon Musk?
Yes, well, Elon Musk is offering to sort of fund Nigel Farage's political party, isn't he? Quite amused by this is that kind of the liberal chattering classes have been outraged by the idea that a billionaire might meddle in elections. And you're like going, have you not paid attention to the last 2,000 years? That's what billionaires do. I'd love to just bring Rupert Murdoch into the room and see if they've got any recollection of who this man is, because they seem to memory hold him. Yeah, what? Someone meddle in our elections? No. You're like, no, that's what you do if you're a billionaire.
Didn't rich people invent elections?
Yes.
Anyway,
Shut us up. Yeah.
it's theirs. It's their.
Yeah.
It's their thing.
The buying of countries, though, that is also
Yeah.
extends into what Trump's been doing, hasn't he? He's offered to
Yeah.
buy up. He's offered to buy Greenland.
Yeah.
Has he?
Recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's offered.
That
sort of
was last time. Has he done it
1.5
again?
Yeah, 1.5 trillion. They're putting a number on it now. And everyone's like, again, up in arms. Oh, it's outrageous, Trump dying it. But I think, well, think of the alternative. If you don't let America buy you up, they're going to just invade and kill you all. So maybe take the money and run. But they've also floated the idea of buying Canada.
Oh, right.
You know, the 52nd state, 51st state. I can't remember how many states there are. They're just a constant
No
state
different to any Americans.
Yeah,
listening.
it's just a constant state of panic.
There's
So any
51.
state they do.
They do know it comes with a side order of France.
Yeah,
Warn them.
They're not going to be happy about that, are they? What? We got to learn a language? You're like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, learn English first.
Yeah. And look, healthcare. Yeah. No, I mean, I'd be fascinated if Canada and America merge, but the Canadians are pretty clear that they don't want anything to do with it. And what's funny is I've looked at it online, and all the Americans are slightly bewildered. They're like, why wouldn't you want to join America? We're the greatest nation on earth. They've got no sense of self-awareness in terms of how they're perceived as a complete shit show. Our next round is True Biscuit, where a panel has to guess which is a real headline and which is a fake one. Paul, we're kicking off with you.
Chicken gets its own high-vis jacket to help cross the road. It's an answer to the joke, I think. Why did the chicken cross the road?
No,
Because
that's
it's got
surely
a
that's the
high-vis-
question. How did the chicken cross the road? That's different. Not why.
yeah.
Why is still out there. Okay, so is this all right? Let's just go with this because it's clearly stupid.
Because it's Christmas.
It's Christmas and Paul doesn't get out much. Right. Okay, so this is chicken singular. This is one special chicken who gets his own high vis.
one chicken called Billie Jean.
That's my girl.
Right. Billie Jean the chicken. And why has Billie Jean why is Billie Jean having to cross this road? And why does Billie Jean get special safety privileges?
Well, Billie Jean has, and I quote by its owners, a thirst for exploration. And so Billie Jean was found to be following people home from the pub.
Well, who she got drunk with? This is a pub chicken.
Well, it's a chicken for everyone, really. It follows.
No, but does the chicken live at the pub? And then the problem is it's wandering off from the pub.
It's vengeance most foul. It's a chicken who's following people who look like they're going to make an omelette.
Oh, hang on, sorry. I've been reading the script to Wallace and Gromit. I've just realised.
You just woke up from a deep
that's
Christmas
my bad.
trance. Yeah.
That is my bad. Yes, the chicken does, as much as a chicken can do, live in a pub.
Yeah. So when
Have
someone
to-
takes Billie Jean's fancy, she's like, I'm going home with them.
Well, not the guy. They follow. They seem to like it followed
Gonna-
everyone. So everyone was like in the area. I think it's a village in Gloucestershire.
Of course, it's a village.
Yes,
I can't imagine
so-
Billie Jean being in a sprawling metropolis.
Why?
London, they have their own
yes.
chickens in every pub.
That's-
No, I don't think it sounds unlikely. No,
I
I
don't
think we
know.
had a village in our head there.
You've seen
Yeah,
Stuart
yeah.
Little
And
stuff
people
like
going to the pub to pick up a bird
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't even say that anymore.
One of the Labour Party's policies, a chicken in every pub.
Yes, we can't do the police officer thing. It's too expensive. But we've worked out that if we can actually do a chicken in every pub, whether you want it or not. Yeah,
So,
very good.
so they've had some. They had some comments And they said, well, this chicken is following people. We don't want it to be, an ex-chicken. So they said, could we get the chicken a high-vis jacket? And it's become, and I quote, a signature look for Billie Jean.
Oh,
So
Billie
much-
Jean's got other looks, but this is the signature look.
Yeah,
There's
well,
a
so
swimwear section. There's a bit where she wears a beret.
The
This is the one.
Elvis impersonation bit in the pub. Yeah.
Hang on, Wrenfoe. Hang on, yes.
Oh, fuck off.
Since buying the jacket, the family have bought Billy dungarees
Of course
to
they
make
have.
us.
Of course they have. Because everyone loves Dexy's Midnight Runners.
To make us stand out from the other chickens.
In the same pub.
Yeah.
Just to stand out even more, that Billie Jean eats mini cheddars and different types of cheese.
Why are you giving us this extra information here, Paul? Did anyone ask you for this? No.
Local, it's a bit of a, in local news stories, a bit of local colour.
But what
and
kind
it's
of
not-
local news reporter was going, the chicken in the dungarees is not interesting enough. Let's chuck some Baby Bells in the mix.
You might be thinking named after the character in Michael Jackson's song, Billie Jean. This was named after one of the person in the pub called Billy.
But just Billy, but not Billie Jean.
Well, I assume this is where the dungarees come in, I suppose.
Oh my God. Billy in jeans is the correct name for
How does the chicken cross the road safely? High-vis jacket
High-vis jacket.
and dungarees.
Right. And I assume it's made to measure the high-vis jacket. Billie Jean's not under like a human-sized jacket.
You
You just see this jacket.
All we
go
had
along
was
'cause-
double XL.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just weighs it down. So
Right.
Why can't the chicken cross the road?
Yeah.
Because of the huge high-vis jacket.
It's mad enough to be true. Fishing on my way back from the pub last night that I was being stalked.
that's a stalk.
Because, it's nonsense.
Well, it is nonsense. It's
Yeah,
absolute
yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
mean it's not true, though.
This is true. Lucy Brimble, the family Brimbles from the Railway Inn. I suppose it's after Christmas now, so the Billie Jean has been eaten. But
That's a heartwarming story. No doubt Disney will turn it into a movie in later years.
I hope I can narrate it.
With your same dry, borderline sarcastic tone. That's what we see from every Disney movie.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be improved?
Slightly snarky Londoner. Okay.
Unnecessary, wasn't it? It's Christmas, man.
Oh, the Lion King. Why bother?
Room of the Tartar.
Yeah.
Dan, what have you got?
Mosh pit nappy designed to avoid queues at gigloos sells out.
Ooh, and ooh.
Ooh.
That's
In so many
horrible.
ways. In so many ways.
Mosh pit nappy.
Yeah. Just to
Ooh.
avoid a queue, so you don't have
I
to
mean,
go
that's a
to
good
the-
name, Mosh Pit Nappy.
It's a good
I mean,
name for a
that's a great
band.
name
isn't
for
it?
a
I thought that
band,
was
yeah.
the band. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was the band. You were going to see the band while you're wearing one.
Ah.
God, it must stink in that place.
So, I mean, you're leaping around in a mosh pit, which is bad enough at the best time, but as you're leaping around in your pants, you're creating some sort of ungodly cocktail of shit and urine.
Well, I don't know. It's black. It's black pleather, so
Oof.
it probably holds it in. But
It's leather.
pleather.
It's good. I can't. When some people go to the sea and they swim out and they have a wee in the sea,
Yeah.
and I can't do that because it's just you're doing two
Can't
things
swim.
at once. It's very I can't swim. I just sink to the bottom while having a wee.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, so you want to do it, but you can't.
But
You
it's
can't
just-
multitask.
yeah, because you're trying to essentially stay alive and have a wee.
Yeah.
And to do
How
that,
bad a
to-
swimmer
so-
are you?
I think of swimming as staying alive.
Right.
That's right.
It's like takes the fun out of a day to the beach, doesn't it? Really, with Paul.
Just going to go and try and stay alive for about.
Off you go,
15 minutes.
kids. Just try and stay alive. Enjoy
That's
yourself.
right.
Relax. Stay alive.
I'm very motivational when it comes to the beach.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine being in a mosh pit then suddenly just letting everything go while trying to listen to music.
Yeah.
Which
So what you're saying is, if it was you, Paul, you actually need to do a little quiet moment, like a little toddler.
I'd have
So
to stop in the middle.
Stop, yeah.
You
Stop
stop
it
jump
away.
out and just go quiet,
And
as a
strain.
little toddler
Yeah.
does, and you know why they're doing it. Okay. Oh, what's Paul
And they
doing
can't-
now? Oh,
Yeah,
need
and
to
I
change
can't
it.
be alone in this.
Well, I think
no,
you
you'd
should
all,
be
you'd all be
alone.
going quiet at the same
If
time.
you're shitting yourself, Paul, you'll shit yourself alone. I'm not doing it as a little group thing. What are you on about?
Well, come on. Where's the support? I suppose in the nappy. I suppose.
I mean, what you can't do, one of the interesting byproducts of going to a gig is obviously, enjoy the music, what have you. But also, one of the things if you go to a mosh pit is the opportunity to, I don't know, maybe hook up with someone because you're leaping around and you're all drunk. But that goes out the window.
No. If they're wearing one as well, it's like if you've had garlic and they've had garlic, it's not a problem.
If you're
you've
both
shit yourself,
shitting crusted,
then it's not a problem.
Then you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, seriously though, the first you go back to their place and you both of you just like,
Oh.
hold on, we got to scrape off the pleather. Oh,
In the bathroom.
sorry, FlashArry, what was that?
Goes down in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's not nice. Yeah, it's just deeply unpleasant. And I can imagine, obviously, mosh pits are really sort of tight and stuff. But once someone's really stinking up the space, there'd be a gap, wouldn't there?
Yeah, but you're making out this is the worst bit, but it says the firm's promotional material says if you've been to a concert, the scariest place isn't the mosh pit, it's the bathroom. So
yeah, but that's because
trending
people are
up.
shitting in the bathroom. If people are shitting
well,
in
yeah,
the mosh
yeah.
pit, that's
Yeah.
where the scary place is.
Okay.
But they're not shitting in the mosh pit. They're doing it in
Oh,
their pants in the mosh pit.
Oh,
That's like but that's like you saying if the toilet smells, so I can't go in the house.
But pleather isn't absorbent, so all it's going to do is just move it around a bit.
I don't. It includes metal studs and chains and prevents
Ow!
bathroom breaks.
Ow! On the inside?
I think on the outside, it
Oh,
doesn't
God.
specify on the inside. I mean,
Does one of the chains flush it?
do you know how much? Do you want to know how much it is? The limited edition Hit diaper, as it's named, was available for $75. That's £59.
£75 to shit yourself in front of strangers.
Well, only £59, $75.
It also raises the stakes, doesn't it, for the band? Because usually, if a band is really bad, people used to hurl bottles of urine at the
Yeah,
stage
now they can throw a nappy full.
full of shit.
Yeah, what's wrong with the old peeing in a bottle and throwing it at the band? Now,
Yeah.
that used to work perfectly fine.
Yeah, but people have always thrown knickers at
Yeah,
Tom
they were
Jones
clean
and stuff.
knickers.
Yeah, well, no,
Well-
this is
It's Tom
you don't-
Jones used to do the thing when he picked
What
up
knickers?
the knicker and
What
rub it
knickers?
on-
Yeah,
rub
but
it
what
on his
knickers?
face.
What
Can you
Covered in shit.
imagine if he rubs the shit and crust in?
People brought. What do you mean? I don't understand what you
Tom.
mean. They were clean knickers. They've been wearing the knickers. They're not clean. They don't bring a spare pack of knickers, do they? To throw
I
at Tom
don't know.
Jones.
You might do because otherwise you're going to have knickers.
Well, there's no reason they can't bring a spare adult incontinence nappy and throw it at people. It's a false equivalence. What you're saying?
Yeah, but it's 75 quid a go. What
Yeah,
if you
to
bought
buy
a
two. Well, you want a
spare
clean.
one?
You want a clean one, then surely you want to. No parent goes out with one nappy, do they?
This concert is so costly. Normally, I'm paying 200 quid to see Coldplay. I'm forking out 150 pounds in leather nappies.
What bit of black pleather said Coldplay to you?
yeah.
But I find hurling shit on the other hand.
I know,
I'm thinking
I know.
Coldplay. Right,
But you could
okay.
do that with any pants
You
if
could.
you want to see Coldplay.
Oh, this is horrible. I hate this story.
Coldplay, it's M&S pants at best, I reckon.
I'll go for false.
Because you can't wee and do other stuff at the same time.
Exactly, it's ludicrous.
Oh, does that
I
mean,
mean-
you don't have books in your loo?
No.
That if you had a book, it would be too much of a distraction.
Yeah, I just have just a metal container. Just no
mirror.
stimulus. No stimulus at all.
Just a bucket.
Just me and my concentration
Oh, very
and my own
zen.
thoughts.
Yeah,
And
footprints on the door.
and memories. And just memories. I don't know.
I'm going to go true, but it does sound like somebody shat themselves in bondage trousers and tried to make out it's a thing.
Started a
Yes,
business.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can buy these on the internet, can you?
Yeah, I was trying to sell leather trousers to the dragons and shit myself, and I had to change quickly in the pitch. This is entirely true,
Oh,
Oh no!
it's unnecessary.
which is the worst news.
Oh,
Sorry, bro.
ruined
Sorry to bring it all
Christmas.
up. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I just can't believe people just don't, just stop moshing and just go to the toilet. I mean,
Or go before you went to the show.
yeah, that's what,
Yeah. Well, we went a couple of days ago. We actually, this isn't going to go on a podcast. I'm just saying.
You went to the toilet?
No,
Or
no,
you
I
went
went
all
to
the
a
way
couple
to
of days
the-
ago.
okay.
I'm very backed up. No, we went to see Paul McCartney.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Concert. It was excellent. I mean, he's really old now and he's completely
Yeah.
fucked, but he was excellent concert. But we had a couple in front of us in the stadium, and I'm not lying. They got through 8 pints of lager during it, and you're like,
Hey.
why do you need to get so drunk? First of all, actually, they didn't seem that drunk, so I think that's what they drink. But they every 10 minutes they were going out to the loo, and right in the middle of like insanely sort of iconic song. McCartney's up on stage. He's going to sing Blackbird solo, and you're going, this is one of the most sane things you could ever see. This is like Shakespeare doing a sonnet. And you're going to go to the loo because you've had too much lager. Just like, oh my word.
and it's not cheap either, is it? That lager
No.
there?
They'd have paid more for lager than they would for the tickets for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was excellent. It was excellent. And he's amazing. He did 40-odd songs without a break.
I
Or
know,
even-
it's-
or even a glass of water. You're like, that's stunning.
it's
What's
the
your problem
same-
when you're that age? You just got so much of a back catalogue, you've got to do it all.
But when people go on about his voice, I'm like, he's the same age as my dad. I mean,
I know. Have you heard my dad sing? Yes.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, my dad's not getting up for 3 hours on his
That's it.
feet.
That's it,
It's
yeah.
like-
I can hear him wheezing.
yeah, exactly. I'm not. My dad's very good health, but he's still not doing a tour around the. And you're going, oh, his voice is a bit thin. I mean, it's just he's on the stage.
And you're absolutely right.
Maybe
These
you-
people who wine, we should go back and visit them when they're 82
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Go, right, now dance for us. Go on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Thank you very much for that one. Well, don't just thank you. It was horrible. I was saying thank you. I didn't like that
Don't
at
get
all.
it. Never got
but-
invited back.
No, FlashArry. Go for it.
Okay, a man has launched a campaign about the city he lives in, complaining about the fun deficit. He's put up lots of spoof signs around the city to make people laugh, and is satirising the city's overregulation and lack of fun, with noticing warning or prohibited signs everywhere.
So this guy's putting up signs around the thing to make everyone jolly and happy.
Well, that's it. I mean, the city council has said it's a vibrant place to live, work, and visit, and his response has been to put up a sign that says such and such city, serious city for serious people, and warning about public coffee drinking, children known to operate in playgrounds, just sort of daft little things to try and counter the number of prohibitive signs that have proliferated through his...
Trouble with something like that is I'm talking about people that run a satirical website, so we know a little bit about this. It can backfire a little bit because you think you're being satirical and ironic, and people just take you at face value. It's the Al Murray kind of syndrome. So if you've got a sign that says, "Ooh, too many kids around here," all it takes is a few sort of disgruntled voters to pick up on that, and that's the next theme of the next big election. Suddenly everyone's going, oh, no, nobody likes children. Kill them all.
All children must be on a lead.
Yes.
And what are when they're operating in playgrounds is pretty serious business, isn't it? What are they operating on?
That's it. That's
That's how my kids get through the day. Ketamine and whiz.
Well, Banksy's not got time to do this. He's too busy illegally putting graffiti on walls somewhere. So,
Mrs. Wrenfoe for Christmas got me, this is my major Christmas present this year, she got me one of those blue plaques that you can put on the side of houses, say someone famous lived there.
yeah. And
So
who
she got
lives?
one with my name on it. So we're sticking that on the side of our house.
Nice. I hope you get people taking photos of it.
Yeah. What does it say on it? I can't remember what it says. I think it says
Your name.
yeah, my name, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I think it lists my achievements. And I think it's got on there Dungeon Master. Which I'm all right with that, actually. Of all the things I've done, that's the thing I'm most proud.
It's like having your own gravestone in your garage or something like that.
I've done that. I've done that with pets before they've died. You know, you get a little stone things you can put on their grave.
Was it two for what? 2 for 1 offer. So
Yeah,
when
well,
one dies, I'll get the next one as well.
Well,
I have to decide what it's called now.
The moment one of our cats looks a bit peaky, I get the stone sorted. So even if they get another couple of years, I know it's there. Just because on the day, I don't want to be faffing around with admin.
No,
I want to just, bang, stone goes on there, all done. But all the rest of my family are now paranoid. I've got stones for all of them.
It was on offer. What could I do?
And they're all pet shaped, unfortunately.
You're gonna have these small ones, and from now, Mum, I've legally changed your name to Tiddles, just to avoid some admin later on.
Right. So back to FlashArry's man.
Oh yeah, sorry.
She was a man wandering around, putting up fake signs in order to be amusing.
So he adores his city, but he notices it's fairly short on fun and things for younger people to do.
So he's trying to give young people something to do.
Yeah.
And he thinks the answer to that is to give them some signs to read. Because I don't think he knows young people like he thinks he knows young people.
No, this is the problem with this, because he's going, there's a lack of fun here, and what he's doing seems like no fun at all. I mean, it just doesn't seem. I mean, it's just in the telling of it. If I saw the side, I'd be like, oh, that's hilarious. It's made my shitty town much better.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it feels
I'm not
like
sure young people can read either. Can they read?
no, it's all
They
visual
read
now.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can read nowadays.
Yeah.
I think AI does all the reading for you nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm all right with that.
These don't work anyway.
Yeah. For those of you who are at home and listening to the podcast, Dan took his glasses off at that point. Goodness sake.
And I'm not wearing
TV,
glasses.
Dad. Right, okay. So
True.
I'm going false.
Yeah, it is true, and it's Chichester.
Well, if you'd have said Chichester.
Oh, Chichester's quite posh. Yeah, I suppose that goes for satire in Chichester. I can imagine that's quite edgy. That's my feeling. Right, okay. Well, thank you very much for that, guys. Finally, we reached the magic 8 ball. Each of our guests is going to give us their predictions for next month's news.
Longest serving postmaster calls time on career after 56 years, only 35 of which were spent wrongfully behind bars.
BBC Sports website goes 3 days without mention of a Manchester-based football team.
No, it's unlikely.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, no,
Ludicrous.
Yeah.
2025 sees social media limits for under 16s and over 60s.
And that brings us to the end of this episode. And I reveal this month's winner is the first savvy billionaire who decides to buy NewsBiscuit. Seriously, Elon, please buy us. Please buy us, Elon. Please.
The nappy stuff is gold.
Yes.
What would we be called? What would it be called?
Anything he wants. He can call us anything. We'll call it Elon. Elon Biscuit. We don't mind. We just, with the money, give us the money.
X-Biscuit.
Yeah. X-Biscuit. Everyone still refusing to pronounce the X. And I'd like to thank FlashArry.
Hello, thank you.
Dan Sweryt.
Thanks, and good night, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah, Christmas episode, of course. Ooh. And Paul L.
Goodbye.
And
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Oh, okay. Yes.
Happy New Year. I'm getting them all in. You're not.
We're so topical. Despite the fact when I've edited this is going to go out in February. And I leave you with the. And I leave you with these headlines. BBC refuses to comment on culture of silence. Diarrhea conference off to explosive start.
Oh, dear.
And Christmas obesity report recommendations carry considerable weight.
You've been listening to NewsBiscuit. NewsBiscuit is not only free for all readers, but we also accept submissions from any budding satirists, young or old. Visit newsbiscuit.com to submit headline stories and to support new writers.
NewsBiscuit. Real fake news.
I've spent this morning with my hand up a turkey But enough of Mrs. Wrenfoe. See what I did there. No, it's really weird. I'm like the only sort of non-meat eater in the house, but it always falls to me to rip apart the remains of the turkey carcass, and I don't know why that is.
You didn't kill it.
No, I didn't kill it. No, I'll be absolutely clear on that.
It was dead already.
But I'd like to kill it by the time I finished. I feel a great deal of anger and resentment towards this animal. But yeah, it's really weird. Everyone just sort of defaults to me as if like I'm an alpha male and that I need to get my hands into some giblets. And yeah, I've kind of put out, I'm not eating any of this, but they're like, no, get in there.
They love to watch it. The sort of see the frustration come out and be.
Yeah, I don't know whether there's some sort of perverse kind of joy they take in watching me elbows deep in someone's proverbials, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go and just see how my giblets are doing. But again, enough.
Don't get giblets anymore, though.
Do you not get giblets anymore?
Not that I found.
That's why you. That's why you
the right girl, Paul.
He's torn that whole turkey apart looking for the giblets, and they're not there.
Where's the best bits? The giblets.
Well, you think they're not there anymore? What, you think aliens have had them or something?
I think
they just take them out now.
Yeah, not of the live turkeys. No, they don't have like a procedure before they get.
I don't know who they are, and and that claim about giblets is unsubstantiated, unfortunately. I haven't seen them for a while. That's all.
Unsubstantiated turkey giblets is another great name for a band.
Yeah.